Oh, okay, cool. We are live. So I am so incredibly excited, guys, to be here with you right now. Um, we are, sorry, something weird is going on with, uh, oh well, something weird's going on with our live stream, but, um, this should be, this should be cool. Okay. So this is the first year we have where we are going to be sharing with you all the activities we already have planned for the subsequent year. I actually am going to be putting into the chat for you to have continuous access to the presentation I'm going to be providing so that anytime you want to get an update on what's going on, where we're going to be, everything, all you have to do is go to this link and it will take you to the presentation that I am sharing now. If during this conversation, if you're like, hey, you know what, I've got a question, as always, it is always, always, always cool to go ahead and put your questions into the comments section of this live stream. And I will be more than happy to answer any questions. So without further ado, I will now share my screen, and then we get to we'll walk through this together. And like I said, I really am super excited, guys. I think you're going to be super happy with what we're going to be doing in 2026. So, all right. And by the way, 2026, for those of you who may not know, is officially our 10th year in existence, which is so incredibly awesome. We have already put out well over 200 works that we've shared with, gosh, a ton of amazing people. And this is our way of celebrating that. So we want you to come out and join us in our celebration every month of 2026. We will be offering by themes, and I'll share with you in a second, all the ebooks that are within this theme for that month will be offered at only 99 cents each. I mean, guys, that's huge. It is so freaking awesome. I already sent in the recommendation for January, or the request for January. So I already know that is in the works and it's been confirmed. So our January theme is Mentor Through Memoirs. We are actually going to be featuring all of the memoirs that we've put out in the last 10 years will be a part of this. If you check out the link again. All of these, the reason it's underlined is it's actually going to take you directly to the ebook, to the book for you to check it out, and you can just grab it right there. I also wanted to make sure that so you got a sense of the story itself. All books that have any kind of Amazon rating, I included that rating as a part of this presentation. So if you're having a hard time figuring out like what is that you really want to check out, all good. You can look at the ratings as well. Now, another thing I am really, 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 really proud of is that so many of our titles have 5 out of 5 stars, like seriously across the board. I mean, I want to say the vast majority are at least 4.7, if not 5 out of 5. So, I mean, that is absolutely huge, absolutely tremendous. Now, what we are also going to be presenting to you guys is the number of fantastic books that we are bringing out these incredible, incredible stories in 2026. In January alone, we have 5 titles coming out. And I want to take a minute to tell you a little bit about each one of them, which I'll do in a second. But before I jump into that, what I also want to do is share with you guys the origins of our anthologies. So in 2026, in January, we will be bringing out 27 stories, which is actually, it's an anthology to benefit those who've been impacted by the LA wildfires. We have, what we've been doing is whenever we have anything that is for donation, all those funds actually go to Habitat for Humanity of Los Angeles. So I know actually we've had a few members of our team were directly impacted by the LA wildfires. So your generosity in checking these out, and they are fabulous stories, would be greatly appreciated. In terms of the origin story behind our novellas, and again, if you go to the link that I've shared within the chat, if you click on the book itself, you'll see that oftentimes it's going to take you directly to bookshop.org. If you want to check out, get more information about it, you want to, maybe if you want to pre-order it, what have you, again, the link is right there. Okay, back to origin story of the anthologies. So when I first started running Wild 10 years ago, part of the reason for starting our publication was that honestly, I knew so many just fantastic storytellers who could not sell their books, and it just made no sense to me. They couldn't get agents, they couldn't sell their stories, or they couldn't find, if it was a short story or a novella, they couldn't find a venue to have it published. And I thought, you know what? There's a lot of great opportunity out there, a lot of just truly phenomenal storytellers. And I want to create a platform so that we can find these great storytellers and get their stories out to the world. And that's what originated us putting out minimally 1 novella anthology a year and 1 short story anthology a year. Now, because there are so many amazing short storytellers and novella storytellers out there, a lot of times it ends up being not 1 book. It ends up, especially for the novellas, it ends up being like 2 books because of the sheer volume of, again, wonderful, wonderful storytellers. And a lot of times too, and I don't know who's possibly has been watching one of the latest posts that I put out there yesterday, actually. But another part of our origin story is that I had been working for a small online magazine back in the day, and this short story had been submitted that, well, I mean, it was gorgeous, right? It was raw, it was revealing, it was I mean, I read it and I'm like, oh my God, we need this, right? And the other editors were afraid to print it. They were afraid to publish it because it was so raw and revealing about different aspects of American history. And I was going through a period where my own work had been shot down hundreds, if not thousands of times. And I was really depressed, and I picked up Jamie Ford's Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. And when I opened it, that short story is actually what had become Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet, which became this global phenomenon. And he quite kindly credits me with having discovered him, basically. And I literally booger cried. I mean, I was so after so many rejections, after so much pain, uh, the fact that, he gave me that kind of an incredible credit, just it made me, take a second look and say, okay, maybe I know what I'm doing, right? Maybe I do understand storytelling. Maybe I do understand the craft of writing. And so I just went ahead and we kept driving forward. That was also one of the reasons why we had to do novella and short story anthologies, because there are so few venues, especially for novellas, in today's market. And I wanted to have the opportunity to find those fresh voices and to have the kind of conversation that I had with Jamie back in the day, where he and I just sat down. I'm like, you do understand that this is a novel, right? This is not just a short story. And, in that conversation, he had also said, it's funny you say that, because I am right now in the middle of making it into, a much longer work. And I wanted to be able to have those same kinds of conversations with great storytellers. So that's what's behind our short story and our novella anthologies. Okay. Now, gonna keep going because we only have an hour, and I have 55 slides, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna end up skimming through some of these, but this actually is an incredible, we're calling it creative nonfiction. It's obviously called No Fucks Given. If you go to this presentation, if you click on the link, it'll take you to a video where the author talks about his inspiration for it. And I'll be honest. So this is about the author had actually been a drug addict during 9/11, and he had joined our military to help in the fight against terrorism. And let's just say what he encountered was nothing like what he had anticipated. And this is so raw. It is so incredible. It's so revealing. I honestly, I haven't finished reading it myself, because every time I sit down to read it, I get nightmares. I'm not kidding. But to me, this is one of those, like, it's a must read. It's an absolute must read. So that's No Fucks Given. Okay. The next one, another memoir, Breakdown, Recovery, and the Outdoors. Again, this is another gentleman who had gone through some very serious times, and part of this key to it is that he uses the outdoors as a way to help himself, right, personally heal. Hence, Breakdown, Recovery, and the Outdoors. So it tells you about that period of him going through those changes. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, anything that has a star to it, that means that it has a link from the author as well. So it's one of the books that we featured with our sales team. And so if you see a star, anticipate that there is a link to a video from the author. If there is not a star, there is not a video, just so you know. Okay, cool. Okay, next one is Birthing Pains, a truly beautiful novel by Denise Rayner. And this one is this is fiction. I would say it really does broach a multitude of topics that I think are really, really important for us to share. So this is placed in 1988. The primary character is fresh out of residency, absolutely determined to modernize obstetric care. And the thing is that that there really aren't many who are up to As she puts it, the resistance to her uppity Northern Negro aggressiveness from physicians at the county hospital. And, she is really just fighting to demonstrate that African Americans are absolutely unshakable, intelligent, and sensitive, three-dimensional people. And so this really goes through that narrative arc associated with her drive. For Running Wild novella anthologies, so for this one, I am not going to go through all of them. I highly recommend going online, click on the link that we provide, so you can get like the one sentence descriptions of each one of the actual novellas that are in it. Again, I'm proud of every single one. So, and what we also want to do is we also want to share with you guys where we're going to be throughout the year. Again, another important reason to make sure that you save that link to this presentation, because we will be updating it throughout the year as we are invited to, or we have an opportunity to attend more and more events. In January alone, I will be at the San Diego Writers Coffee House. It's hosted at Mysterious Galaxy Bookstore. Again, if you click on the link, it'll take you to Mysterious Galaxy's website, and you can get more information about the bookstore itself, as well as a multitude of events that they host. It is every Sunday. It's the first Sunday of every month from noon to 3. And this is really a great resource if you are a writer or if you're an editor and you really want to have a deeper knowledge of the business side of, I want to say, storytelling, because we don't just talk about publishing. We also talk about anything from like licensing, or, having your story made from, whatever the original book or short story, what have you. From that to having it, made into a film script, right? So because we do cover such a variety of topics, and by the way, it's hosted by, typically it's hosted by New York Times bestseller Jonathan Mayberry. New York Times bestseller Scott Stigler shows up on occasion. And we have actually quite a few best-selling authors and well-established authors and editors who attend. So it really is a phenomenal resource for you if you are in the San Diego area or if you are visiting the San Diego area. Now, what I also suggest is go to Jonathan Mayberry's website, because I believe he actually provides a link to where you can find a multitude of other writers' coffee houses. Often there are several, I think there's like 30 at this juncture, that are hosted across the United States. And so I would definitely check that out. I've also been shopping for a place for us to have conduct it in the Los Angeles area, because we do prefer having it at an independent bookstore. So once we have that, I will be updating this to reflect that. Most likely, we'll have it hosted like on the second Sunday of every month, so that I can still attend the one in San Diego as well as host the one in Los Angeles. Now, hopefully you're all aware as well that online we regularly have a Run Wild with Us, Ask Us Anything. That's every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Again, I've provided links to the pages where you will be able to find the actual live stream. Now, if you miss it, if you were like, you know what, I'm really curious what's going on, but I can't make 5 p.m. Pacific time. It's just too hard, right? I've got too much going on. It's all good. They are all recorded, and the recordings are actually saved on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, I believe. I don't believe Instagram allows us to save it on our site, but yeah, all good. And again, anytime you have any question, if you can't attend Run Wild with us and ask us anything directly, that's okay. It's not a thing. You can always go back to the recording, enter whatever questions you may have. We always check it throughout the week, and then that way you can you can get your questions in, and we'll respond to it at the subsequent Ask Us Anything. Cool? Cool. Okay. All right, February. February, we're featuring fabulous stories that were written by absolutely phenomenal African-American authors. So for Black History Month, all of our novels that were authored by African-American authors, the ebooks will be offered for 99 cents. Again, just incredibly honored to have so many great stories out there by so many phenomenal authors with such incredible reviews. The ones at the bottom, Beanie at 14, Birthing Pains, Orbital Bebop, they are not, the reason there are no reviews yet, it's because they're not out yet, right? So once they are out, we'll seek out to update these with the number of stars that they get. And again, all you got to do, if you're curious about it, go ahead, click on the underline, and it'll take you to that link so that you can check out the book online. Cool? Okay, and in February, we will be bringing to you Lily of the Valley by Meg Davis. And this super fun combination of, gosh, I want to say fantasy, dark fantasy, romance, a little more on the literary side. So in Lily of the Valley, monsters torment the provinces, and it is up to stalkers and vestals to rid the land of their menacing presence. But when magicians get involved, the world, as our heroes know it, goes awry. So honestly, super, super fun story. Definitely one, honestly, definitely one to check out. Okay. And don't forget, guys, you have any questions, just go ahead, pop it in the comments section, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Cool? Cool. Okay. Now, February. In February, again, I'll be at the San Diego. I'm planning on being at San Diego Writers Coffee House. I'm also going to be one of the speakers at Superstars of Writing. This is an incredible conference that was created by Kevin J. Anderson. And if you are an aspiring author, I would say definitely go to this. It is another one that is more so focused on, I would say, the business of storytelling. You will have access to a slew of phenomenal authors and editors to speak to. And if you're curious about it, again, go ahead, click on the highlighted link, and it'll take you right to their website. And you can check it out. I believe if you're curious about it, like who the instructors are, yeah, they do. They already have posted the bevy of speakers who will be present at February's conference. So again, definitely check it out. I will also be, I'm intending on being at the San Francisco Writers Conference, February 12th to the 15th. I typically talk about the wide variety of methods that are available to you and how to pick the best format or forum for you, depending on what your goals are. So if you're interested in the San Francisco Writers Conference, again, just go ahead, click on the link. It'll take you right to their website. And this one is a little more along the lines of your, I guess you could say, standard writers conference. But it, like I said, another one that's really a great resource for someone if you're an aspiring author, aspiring editor, so on. And again, I'll continue to do the run wild with us and ask us anything. And by the way, for the ask us anythings, that's actually, it's myself and our editors who come online, and usually we'll start off with anything major that we want to share with you for that may have gone down that week or whatever. And it's an open forum, so you literally just go on when you go into whatever forum you want to interact with us on. All you have to do is pop your question into the comments section. We respond to those questions in real time, and honestly, we love it, right? Because it is really a great way for you to truly just ask us whatever the heck you want. So okay, March, we are actually going to be featuring the authors who we've published who are women. Now this one, it is, oh my gosh, when you see the number of ebooks that we are going to be offering at 99 cents, woo! And it was funny when myself and another member of my leadership team, Joelle, when we were going through this, and we realized the number of phenomenal female authors that we've published, we were like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But here you'll see, again, starting, and by the way, this is just in alphabetical order. It's not, there's no additional leaning, I guess you could say, regarding it. But we actually have two solid pages of books that were written by women that will be offered for 99 cents each the month of March. So definitely check that out. And in March, we will be bringing out 4 incredible titles that, again, you click on it and this will take you to bookshop.org so you can check out the titles themselves directly and get additional information. One of the first ones that I'm bringing to you, Orbital Bebop, was written by he's actually one of our editors as well. He's our acquisition editor now for Rise. And again, a starred presentation. So if you click on it, then go to the Google Drive and you get to hear Teehee talk directly about what inspired him to write Orbital Bebop. Now, one thing I want to point out, this is really a super fun cross-genre science fiction piece. But I also want to point out, so we actually published Teehee's first novel, short story collection, Dark Corners, and it had been named one of the best of the year by Kirkus Reviews. This was back in 2019, I want to say. So really adore having him both as one of our absolutely fantastic authors and one of our featured editors. So definitely something to check out. And by the way, we already got his next novel, which is going to be a mystery. So I'm really excited to see that too and see what he does with the mystery genre. Rod Gilly, by the way, says, hey, Lisa. Hey, Rod. As always, awesome to see you. Maney says, we'll have to catch up and listen as I prepare supper, but I'm looking forward to hearing the news. Oh my gosh, you will love this. And honestly, I hope you're preparing something super cool for supper. To me, that just sounds like fun. And May, when you go and you look at this recording, don't forget to check the comments section, because I put in the comments section a link to this presentation so that anytime you want to go back and you want to check this out, you absolutely can. And you can actually click on all the links that I'm referencing so that you can go directly to the sources, which, and also as a reminder, for those who may have joined a little bit late as well, don't forget that anytime one of the slides has a star to it, that means that we have a recording associated with it. And that recording is the author basically telling us what inspired them to create this super fun work. So definitely check that out. Okay, next one, Adam Strong's Bella Vista. So Bella Vista, it's about a father and how he went from a dope smoking car aficionado to a businessman. So again, really fun, fast paced, arguably a coming of age, more along the lines around immigration story. So definitely check this out. Super fun, as you can tell, just even based on, who openly gets a t-shirt that says revise? I mean, come on. Clearly, Adam is all about the editing process. So very, very, very fun. Okay, this next one, Oversight, which is a collection of erasure poetry. I am so incredibly proud of this collection. I'm super honored. So Karina and Lee had actually approached me. I typically also go to StokerCon, which is the Horror Writers Association's conference. And they had approached me about this idea to basically find historical women who may have, I want to say that their stories themselves kind of got oftentimes either lost in the shuffle, as unfortunately much of our overall societal people of note, I guess you could say, oftentimes women's stories aren't necessarily highlighted. And so what they've basically done is taken different essays or some kind of publication associated with the women, and then written poetry that is more so indicative of each one of these women of note. And I've got to tell you, they really are absolutely gorgeous poetries. Poetry is fabulous. It's absolutely gorgeous poetry and absolutely phenomenal essays. So another one, I couldn't be prouder. We're actually already working on a follow-up collection that I'll be able to tell you more about in the future. But again, if you're curious, we have just a gorgeous video of them talking about their inspirations regarding this. And again, definitely another one I absolutely a must check out. Okay, in March, again, I'll be at the San Diego Writers Coffee House. I will also be at AWP. Now, this year, I'm planning on being a part of I'm supposed to be part of a specific table for this conference. As I have more details associated with that, I will be providing that information, and I'll be posting it here. If you're a writer, I'd say if you're more so on the literary side, so a writer or a poet or an editor, again, on the literary side, AWP is probably going to be like your best conference to get more in depth in that space. Again, we've gone ahead and linked this directly to the AWP site. It'll be in Baltimore Convention Center this year. I mean, just the fact that it's at a convention center, that is typically speaks volumes in terms of their anticipated size of attendees. So it's going to be big. I've also been asked to be on a panel at WonderCon, which is another Comic-Con convention. This year it'll be in, well, it's always in Anaheim, but it'll be in Anaheim. And for this one, yep, you can absolutely get additional information about WonderCon. I absolutely adore going to the Comic Cons. It is so fun. There are so many incredible people there, so many amazing authors, speakers, and I mean, it's, to me, the WonderCons, the Comic Cons, I mean, they're just such a blast to attend. I definitely recommend that. And again, our ongoing Run Wild with Us, Ask Us Anything. Oh, we also have a monthly live stream, which is myself and Teehee, and it's a storyteller's happy hour. So basically, for that, we are provided a prompt, and we have to tell a story based on that prompt. Now, the only reason I did not include that on here is because we tend to, sometimes we'll do it the second Wednesday of the month. Sometimes we'll do it the third Wednesday of the month. Oftentimes it changes based on our availability, in all truthfulness. So, but as I have more details associated with those, it's another one that I would say it's just fun to join, and or to watch us act stupid, basically. So Teehee and I have known each other for going on like 16 years. So we have no problem being real with one another. Let's just put it that way. So cool. All right. Next one, in April, we will be celebrating National Poetry Month. And so all of our books that are actually collections of poetry will be available by ebook for 99 cents each. Now, one thing I just want to make sure to comment, because our overall mission and vision is to change the world through storytelling, that means that all poetry that we publish has to have a narrative element to it. So when you check these out, know that you're not just checking out like a poem, you're actually checking out a narrative. You're checking out a story as well, if not multiple stories. Yeah. So again, if you go and you click on the link, it'll take you to wherever the ebook may be sold, and then you can check out more information regarding each one. So cool. Now in April, we will actually be introducing these 3 new phenomenal stories. Again, if you click on it, this will take you to bookshop.org, so you can go and check out, you can get even more information regarding each title. The first one is actually a collection of stories. I would say these are more like memoir-esque, I guess, poetry. And if you click on it, it'll take you to the interview with Ben White, the author. Ben is also one of our absolutely incredible acquisition editors, and he is the new founder of Junkyard Rooster Press, which is one of our new imprints. And I've got to tell you, from the very first time I ever read one of Ben's poems, I was just blown away. And what kills me is when I sent him an offer for us to publish his narrative poem, instead of saying, "Oh, wow, this would be great," or, "Can I see a contract," or whatever, he said, "Are you sure? Because I've sent this around and everyone else turned it down." And I was like, I'm positive. Rod Gilly says, "Ben is amazing." I agree. Ben is absolutely incredible. So, and again, what is so interesting about this, as he puts it, this is a poemoir. So it's poems that are really, memoirs, based on his own life. Right. So check, definitely one, play the video. He's much more eloquent at sharing, what the narrative poems are about. So another Down Along Highway 90. Next is The Life That She Wanted. I think, what am I? I'm only on April and I only have 20 minutes left. Okay. So, for these, again, you're going to get some really incredible stories. This one is about, by Alice Benson, where, it's about a woman who becomes a wife and mother, at a very young age for this, at the age of 18. And, it's really about what goes down, right? Always one mistake. So Ace, is another one of our obviously phenomenal authors. And for this one, a great short story collection. He argues that it's more along the lines of crime, more crime based stories. So again, check it out. Okay, and in April, again, I'm not going to go through and, obviously I've already told you, I'm always at San Diego Writers Coffee House, or almost always. We're always online. I will also be at the USC Festival of Books, or we will. Now, honestly, this is a really fun festival. It's on the USC campus here in Los Angeles. Typically what we do is during this, we actually sell our books, for like $10, each. And all the funds that are received for this, we actually do use for, we give all those funds to Habitat for Humanity. Herman says, gotta run, but thank you for sharing. Herman, as always, fabulous to see you. Thank you for coming out. So this really, like I said, definitely check this out. You would be shocked at the number of bookstores and publishers and so on that are represented here. Super, super, super fun. Definitely, again, just click on the link. It'll take you to the Festival of Books site, and we will be at the WPN booth. All right, next one for April. All the Scattered Stars, super fun, contemporary fantasy, LGBTQ story. Again, because I know I'm running out of time, because I've given far too much description. Okay, May, National Military Appreciation Month. So we're featuring the 3 novels that are featuring authors about their military experience. And actually, what's really interesting, so we have the Recon trilogy, which is a trilogy of narrative poems that Ben had written a while ago. But another one, so what's interesting about Alicia's is that something is better than nothing. So it was Alicia's former husband who was actually the one who was in the military. So this is really telling you the story about the experience of what it's like to be the spouse of someone who's in the military, which is a really interesting perspective, one that we hadn't seen previously. And then No Fucks Given, part 1, Outgoing, again. So that's the one that's coming out in January. It's the one about the gentleman who had joined the military back in during 9/11. He himself had been a drug addict, and about what he thought he was getting into when he had joined the military to help fight the war on terror, and what he had actually found. So again, all these ebooks, 99 cents. Okay, next. So in May, we will be publishing Secure, which was already described as a marvelous inventive story of a singular, courageous woman on a quest to find her missing father. Absolutely gorgeously written by Regina. Rod says, oh my God, the Secure, sure to be a bestseller and win lots of awards. Fantastic story. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. So if you're curious, you want more information, all you got to do, click on the link and it'll take you to her, I believe this one actually will take you to the page for her ebook. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Forrest Wolf's a creative nonfiction of madness, witch and demons, questions for werewolves. It's this is actually really interesting collection. He basically blends memoir with elements of poetry and fiction and essay, and it chronicles how he learned to survive madness. And another one, I'm going to argue, go click on the link so you can get more details about it. I had the privilege of being the editor for this. Absolutely beautifully written. Definitely a must check out. Okay. Somehow these got out of order. I apologize for that. But this basically covers all the books that we have coming out in May. We have 7. Wow. 7 titles. Okay. So I talked through a couple of them already. Since You Weren't There and Other Memories. So this is like another one that we're going to call creative nonfiction. It's basically a memoir and essays. This is an author, Denise, has already been published a few times, in all honesty. So one that's a really interesting perspective. Her perspective on key events like the Cuban Missile Crisis, like the assassination of the Kennedys, and so on. So really, actually curious collection. This one, Running Wild novella anthology. It's the second book of the 9th volume. I'm not going to go through all this again. 4 really fantastic novellas included in it. Sounds like trouble to me. Okay, so I adore Jean, like on a personal level, and I adore her writing. So this one is actually arguably historical fiction, women's contemporary fiction. In this case, she really sheds light on what happens when a corrections officer kills her abusive husband and suddenly finds herself on the other side of the law. Now, again, highlighted, click on the link. It'll take you to the interview with Jean where she talks about what inspired her for this. And it's both breathtaking and heartbreaking. Seriously. So go click on the link and hear more. She's much more eloquent than I am at talking about her story. Okay, Catherine Brogdon, Sea Flame, The Key Spark, super fun, high fantasy. In this one, well, it's actually, I would say like a YA high fantasy because the primary character is a 14-year-old Alma. She lives in the shadows of high society and yearns to explore the magic her grandmother refuses to acknowledge. But when the royal family descends upon the Blackwell's keep, the security of her peaceful life completely unravels. Again, if you go to this, click on the link, it'll take you to her bookshop.org page. Next, a short story anthology, fabulous writing by fabulous authors. Again, click on it and it'll take you to the bookshop.org page. And in May, our standards of Mysterious Galaxy and Run Wild With Us, Ask Us Anything. Now, if you are one of our authors and you are going to be anywhere, do me a favor. Send me the information about where you're going to be, where you're going to have an appearance, because I would love to include it in this presentation. That would be phenomenal. Rod says, what an amazing list of books here. Sure to fill everyone's TBR lists. Oh my gosh, I am so proud of the books that we are putting out. And I'm even more proud, guys. So officially, the day that our company became an LLC was June 15th, 2016, hence the 10-year anniversary. I'm basing the 10-year anniversary on when I actually officially made this an LLC. Now, in all honesty, I think I actually started Running Wild 9 months prior. So it's arguable that we started in 2025, in 2015, but either way. So in honor of the official birth of the company Running Wild, in June, all of our ebooks will be made available for 99 cents each for the month of June. Now, I obviously did not link to every single ebook that we put out there because, oh my gosh, your head would spin. So what I suggest is go back to our website, go back through this presentation and see what stories you're most interested in, and then select the ones that you're most interested in so that you can go and pick up that ebook in June. Now, we also have 3 incredible books coming out in June. And again, if you go click on it, it'll take you to the bookshop.org page. And then that way you can go and get the greater detail around it. The Very Unremarkable Life of Mrs. Eddie Bloom. So this one, again, I think Talia does a much better job of explaining the story. But I mean, already the reviews have included, readers will be dazzled by eloquent, moving, laugh out loud, hilarious, and sparkling prose in this fantastic debut novel by Toni Ann Johnson, a Flannery O'Connor award-winning author. I mean, good Lord, you can't get better praise than that. My goodness. And Talia, by the way, is absolutely adorable. So go to this, click on it, and it'll take you, or it should, there it goes. There, it'll take you to the video of her telling you more about the inspiration behind it. Okay, next up, Highlands of Yore. Monisha, again, a really fun story about a queen in the mid-16th century has to save her lineage from enemies. A naive 17-year-old wedded to a middle-aged farmer battles her intense attraction towards another woman, and a lonely housewife in a failing marriage to an ambitious businessman is haunted by memories of her affectionate lover. Now, what's fun about this is Monisha has written this in a way, they're each independent stories, but they're all interconnected. So it's one of those where, like, as you continue going through it, it peels back the onion to reveal more and more and more about the actual stories themselves. So fun. So fun. Autistic stories and other chilling situations. Again, another one, really, Sarah does a far better job of explaining this or giving you the background of it than I can ever do. Just go ahead, click on the link. It'll take you to the actual interview or the chat with Sarah, who, I mean, this is truly a chilling collection of literary horror short stories. In June, again, we'll be at Writers Coffee House. We will also be at StokerCon. This year's StokerCon, I believe, I don't think I'm speaking. I think I'm just an attendee. But I am planning on being at this year's StokerCon. It will be held at the Westin in Pittsburgh. And I believe as time progresses, they will be providing more and more information regarding it. And by the way, this is the default go-to for StokerCon. And you'll find just, great pictures of just truly phenomenal people. So honestly, the reason I go to StokerCon every year is just the attendees are absolutely incredible. The speakers are phenomenal, and everyone's real, right? Like, really good people. And to me, that makes all the difference. Okay. We will also be at the American Library Association. We are typically at the table for international for IBPA, which is a publishers organization. And oftentimes our books are also represented there at ALA as a part of IPG, which is our distributor, their table. So we will I'll be there the whole time. Usually you'll find me, if I'm not at IBPA's table, then I will be wandering around the actual conference itself. But again, super fun, huge, a great venue, especially if you are curious about what your favorite libraries are interested in. This is actually where they oftentimes will get a lot of the information about the books and so on. So definitely worth a check out. July, is a Disability Pride Month. And so in honor of that, we are actually going to be featuring all of the incredible ebooks that we have published by those who are considered to have a type, I guess you could say, of disability. Oh my God, I'm almost out of time. Okay, let me skim through this real fast. August, we're going to be, we will have all of the titles that feature the outdoors. The ebooks will be available for 99 cents each. Trail Cutter, Mike Robinson, super fun thriller. Another one, click on the link. It'll take you to his page. Again, super fun thriller. August, you don't need to hear me talk about that. September, National Hispanic Heritage Month. So we'll be featuring all of the books that we have published, written by individuals of Hispanic heritage. So again, definitely worth a check out. And we will be publishing these 5 incredible books. And you can, at this point, yeah, that's it. That's true. So right now it's so early. All I can give you for the September titles is a glimpse of their covers. As we get closer to September, usually about 6 months prior, I will be updating this so that it has links to each one of the books on bookshop.org, as well as I'll be able to give you links, additional information, what I lovingly call the visual representation of a one-pager associated with each one. In September, I will also be, I'm planning on being at LA Comic-Con. Another one, so fun. It's at the LA Convention Center, so it's just ginormous. Definitely check that one out. And let's see. Okay, October, in honor of Halloween, we will be offering our officially horror, or at least have cross genre, including horror within the genres, novels for 99 cents each. And then I am also intending on being at the Tahoe Lit Fest, which is another super fun conference and at Lake Tahoe. It's small, it's intimate. It's actually spans the entire main street of Lake Tahoe. I would say if you've ever wanted to check out Tahoe, which, by the way, Lake Tahoe is absolutely gorgeous, definitely do it. This is a great opportunity for you to check it out. In November, again, all ebooks will be offered for 99 cents. Just a broad celebration of all storytellers. And then in December, so what we're planning on doing for December is that we will be doing a very similar announcement such as this one, to let you know all the fabulousness that we have planned up until that point for 2027. Definitely check it out. Now, again, we are everywhere. So again, if you're curious and you're like, oh, I want to keep checking this out, I want to keep knowing what's going on, all you got to do is click on this QR code, save that QR code. It will take you to this presentation so that you can refresh your memory whenever you want. And with that, oh my gosh, we are at time. Guys, thank you for your patience. Thank you for going through this with me. I love everyone. Just adore you. Thank you for being a part of our family. And if you do have any questions, go ahead, pop those questions into the comments section, and I will be thrilled to answer them. And with that, again, have a phenomenal week. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.